is up? What is happening, everybody? It is Janelle here with another video. Yes. It is the end of December, which means that it is the time of year for New Year's resolutions to just start compiling into the largest scroll of life. You're gonna do this differently. You're gonna do that differently. Go to the gym, eat healthy, nap more. Now, I say no more resolutions. X-nay to the resolutions A. Ray. Save yourself the trouble of feeling like a failure because you didn't accomplish your New Year's resolution. And the way you do that is by not having a resolution. Now, you might be saying, girl, you are crazy. This is the time to change. This is the time to do that 180 flip. Now, you might say that that's a pessimistic view, but I like to think that I am an optimistic person. But right now, I'm trying to be a realist. And realistically, that New Year's resolution that you have ready, set to go, that you think is bulletproof, is weaker than Jell-O. Number one, a New Year's resolution is this really big thing that everybody does with the intention of accomplishing it in typically a short period of time. So you'll say, okay, I want to lose 50 pounds. And then if you don't see that within the first 2 weeks, or maybe even within the first month of January, you're like, it's over. And see, that's because you've made it this really big thing. You know, it's kind of like the word goal or the word dream. Those are words that have this interesting connotation to them, where you say, I have this goal to accomplish, but it doesn't usually happen if it's a rather large goal because you've kept it as a goal. Because a goal is that thing that you really want to do, but you don't usually end up doing it. Or a dream. Like, I have a dream of lounging at the top of Mount Everest in a bikini sipping a pina colada. And that might happen someday. But realistically, no, it's not really gonna happen. And that's the same thing with the word resolution. It's something that doesn't usually happen. Or when it does, it's like, I didn't really think I'd do that, but I did. Cool. New Year's resolution checked off. You know what I mean? So maybe the issue is the word. So maybe if you said, promise. I'm gonna promise myself to do this. I'm gonna make a promise to myself that I have to accomplish this. Or a plan. I have a plan. Because the word plan, you're like, okay, so you have it set in stone. You know exactly what it is you want to do, and you're gonna make it happen. Number two, too many things. You have too many things on your list. You have like 50 things on your list. Or you'll have 5 really big things on your list that you want to accomplish in 2 weeks. Or so your mind thinks. Like, sometimes it's honestly a thing that you can't accomplish until midway through the year. But your mind is like, okay, it's a resolution. It needs to happen quick, So 2 weeks later, it's not happening. It hasn't happened yet. What is happening? What is wrong? 3, when you don't plan to win. When you don't plan to be a success. A lot of the times, you start with the goal, and then you work your way back. I don't know that is the best way to do it. Because you'll say, I want to go to the gym 5 days a week. And then it's like day 2 and you haven't gone to the gym yet. You're like, okay, well, what is wrong with me? Why isn't this happening yet? But it's because you didn't plan. You didn't start from the beginning and then work your way up. You didn't say, okay, you know what? today I'm going to go to the gym. Or to ensure that I go to the gym 5 days a week, I'm going to set out a plan. And I'm going to set out a plan to go to the gym even for 30 minutes to do a workout and treat myself afterwards. If you're not planning, it's not going to happen. If you fail to plan, nope. It's the other way, Janelle, it's the other way. If you plan to fail, no. Yeah, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And 4, you see, the thing is, what we are most likely trying to change is a habit, right? So you need to see why you do that habit in the first place. You know, do you have desserts? Like, desserts at your workplace. That can be such a trap. Because they know you're on that diet. You've told everybody that you are on that diet, yet they still bring food. And it's food for everybody. But they need to know that it's for everybody except you because you're on that diet and you can't have that sweet treat because you're on the diet. Right? But they still entice you. They still grab you. They still set their hooks. You're basically trying to change a habit. So in order to change that habit, you need to know why you do it and ways that you can avoid it or not do it. And then ways you can actually change the habit in a way that works for you. 5, have yourself a backup plan, honey. Okay? Because sometimes plan 1 may fall right through the cracks. And in order to save it, save the promise you've made to yourself, you need to have plan number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and maybe 10 to ensure that you reach that promise. Okay? We're not using the word goal. We can't use the word resolution because we all know what happens when you use the word resolution. So, you gotta make the promise. And see, a promise, see, I'm already like, okay, see, promise, like, it has to happen because you don't like breaking promises. It's so taboo to break a promise. So, if that's the case, you're going to ensure that you do whatever you possibly can to get the job done. Also, there's this thing that people do where the last 5 days of the year, they go ham. They, not in a good way, okay? They indulge as much as possible. Gluttons, such gluttony, such gluttons, okay? And then at the stroke of midnight, December 31st, into the new year, they're like, okay, I'm a completely different person. No more of that. Well, you've kind of formed a habit just then by indulging in the thing that you said you wanted to get rid of in the new year. So how do you really expect to be successful if all your body wants is just more of the thing that you were stuffing it with hours prior? Don't have a New Year's resolution. That might already be a plan for failure. Do the promise. Make a promise to yourself. Do what you say you're gonna do because you don't break your promises. I know you. You don't break promises. You don't. You don't. So don't start today. You know what I mean? Morning, noon, and night, wherever you are in the world, and I shall talk to you again soon. Bye-bye. Ray. Ex-nay to the resolutions Ray. I was never good at Pig Latin, actually, so I'm sorry if I butchered that. Was that a pun? Oof. That was not intended. Hear that.
Okay, I'm gonna go make popcorn. I'm sorry.
Number 2. Oh, I smell popcorn. Oh, that smells so good. Man, that popcorn smells so good. Jenny just made popcorn. Ah, it's delicious, 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 delicious. Okay. that sweet treat because you're on a diet, right? But they still entice you. They still grab you. They still set their hooks. You know? So,